So this topic refers to static equilibrium, but we're going to go back and use the seesaw, the wheelbarrow, and we'll talk about something else in a few minutes. But this is on page 9-19 of the textbook. So please open your textbook to page 9-19. Now these are called different classes of levers, or levers, however you want to say that word. So the first lever has the rotation point in the center. Now you still have the summation of the forces equaling 0 and the torques equaling 0. And what you have is you have the child over here, and you have mom over there, or dad for that matter, okay? And what happens is the child is the resistance, and mom is providing effort. In other words, mom moves back and forth, and that causes the seesaw to go up and down. So mom is the effort force. And the rotation point is right there. Well, an example of this would be the human head. The human head, what you have is here's the head like this. This would be me with my big nose. Actually, I don't have a big nose, but that's all right. There's my ears like that, okay? And my neck like that. And the rotation point in the diagram would be somewhere, where it says F. And F points to about maybe around here. That would be the fulcrum, right there. Now the resistance is actually the weight of your head. So resistance is out here. And then the effort force is back here. So as I move my head up and down, what happens is the resistance will be the weight of my head. That tends to pull me down. Well, in order to lift it up, I need these muscles back here. I think it's called the gas. What's it called? You know. My assistant knows. Sternocleidomastoid muscles that lift my head up. So there we have up and down like that. Also this way or that way, turning left or right, you have these muscles in order to do that. And this all refers to the first class lever. The second class lever would be like the wheelbarrow. And I need a better diagram. Maybe this might work though. There's the wheelbarrow like that. Like that. You have that. You have the person back here. So here's the rotation point. Right there. And then here's the resistance right here. And here's the effort out here. And this is called the second class lever, however you want to say that word. Now an example of this would be somebody standing on their foot, and what they do is they actually will kind of shift their weight and move up on their tippy toes. Now the resistance in that particular case would be, well, that's a third class lever, as we'll say. Okay, my assistant's here directing this, okay? All right. She is Steven Spielberg, okay? So what you actually have, you have the foot like this, and the effort or the rotation point would be there. The resistance is here. And then back here you have the gastrocnemius muscle and also the Achilles tendon. And what happens is it's tend to go down, you tend to lift it up using this muscle right here. And so that's really important. That's a second class lever. If you ever have a problem with the Achilles tendon or the gastrocnemius muscle, you'll definitely know, because you're going to have a real trouble trying to walk. And so if you're familiar with football, or a football player by the name of Dan Marino, one time, he ruptured his Achilles tendon. And that can be a career-ending injury, something like that. So that's a second class lever right there. A third class lever would be something like, well, maybe a fishing pole. There's the fish right there. The person back here, they're lifting up, that's the effort. So they're fishing for fish. And then you have the weight of the pole right here. So what happened there is the rotation point right there. So the resistance is over here. The effort is over there. And the rotation point is right there. So actually, what we talked about would be, a better example would be the bicep muscle. Because in that particular case, the rotation point would be the elbow. Like that, and if you lift something up, the bicep muscle, this big thing right here, not so big on me, but a big thing right there, that will cause you to, this thing to rotate. So here's resistance right here, the resistance to your hand and your forearm, the weight of the forearm, and that thing right there, that's resistance. And then the effort is here, and then the rotation point is back there at the elbow, and that's called a third class lever. And that is the end of this lecture.